Hi, everybody. It's Kim, and today we're going to talk about the analytics behind your business. So, when I'm talking analytics, I'm talking about social media, your website, your lead generation, your past client system, anything that generates a lead or pushes something to you to show you how your business is running on the back end.
Welcome to the Unstoppable Real Estate Agents Podcast. I'm your host and real estate productivity expert, Kim Hughes. Join me as we focus on real strategies and implement real solutions designed for you to achieve major success in your business and life while getting you organized.
So, we'll talk about a newsletter here. So, in your newsletter that you send out every month, let's say you have a link to the marketing stats. So, that link is now hyperactive. And when you send out that newsletter and I click on that link, it's going to show in your back end of what your email marketing program, they're going to show you the analytics of how many people opened it, meaning how many people actually opened your email, and then how many people clicked on the links. So if you have a good email marketing program, every link will be identified in that newsletter on the back end. So if you have a link to your market stats, a link to a new listing, a link to download, buyer tips, from your website, each link is going to have its own dedication of how much traffic clicked on that link. So if you have the market stats, we'll use that as a great example. So when you have the link to your market stats in your newsletter, even if you just send an email to your database with the market stats, what you need to do is have a link that goes to your website so they can see the market stats there. So let me kind of back up. So you're going to go get your market stats. And in my world, I would advise you to create a little video, maybe a 30-second, 1 minute on your opinion on those market stats. Then you're going to take that video, you're going to take the link to the market stats, which is probably like a PDF or something that you can upload to the website. You're going to go over to your website. You're going to hopefully you already have a page called Market Stats or Market Reports. And then you go into that page, you upload your video, you attach the PDF. So when they open it, they can see all the analytics, right, of what's going on in their market. But when you put that link there, okay, you send out your newsletter today. So tomorrow morning, I want you to go into your newsletter. I want you to look for that link to your market stats. And if it shows 5 people clicked on that link, then I want you to reach out to those 5 people and say, hey, I saw that you were looking at the market stats. I think that's great. What do you think about the market? Ask them a question, get them to engage with you. Say, hey, Sue, I saw that you were looking at the market stats yesterday or whatever, and I would love to hear what you think about it. What's your opinion? Everybody loves to give an opinion. Then when they give you that opinion, that should give you some insight of what they're trying to do. Are they looking to sell their home? Are they looking to buy? Are they looking for a secondary home? Are they looking for their kids? What are they doing? Why were they interested in those market stats? So those 5 people that clicked on that link, you're going to reach out to them. I would think either one, you send them a text or a phone call. Okay, do not send them an email. They're not going to see it. So a text or a phone call. And then ask them those questions. Hey, I saw that you clicked on the market stats. What do you think? What do you think about this crazy market we're in? Get them involved, Then you share yours, even though they've seen your video, you have a discussion with them. And that's going to give you a little bit more insight of what they're thinking. Okay. Now, you've already reached out to them once. So wait a week, reach out to them again. And maybe you send them an article. Hey, I was just reading about, the interest rates. Here's a great article. I thought you might be interested. then put them on another email sequence. So they're getting your newsletter, so you don't need to do that again because they're already there. But what you might want to do is create a separate email sequence just for those 5 people. And maybe put it out there for about 3 months, every week, every couple of weeks. Create a system. A system is not an email marketing sequence. A system is what you're going to do for that particular area of your business. So in this case, your system is getting your market stats, create a video, upload it to your website, attach the PDF, send it out, check your stats, reach out to those that clicked on the links and ask them questions, engage, then follow up. Your follow-up sequence after that again is you're going to reach out. You're going to send them something of value. You're going to either call them or text them. Okay. So you're going to stay in touch with them a little bit more than probably everybody else in your database because those 5 people actually took action. So let's say somebody clicked on a listing that you have in your newsletter. Okay. Well, they're interested, they're curious. So why not reach out to those people? Hey, I saw that you were looking at my new listing at 123 Sioux Street. What did you think? What's your opinion about that house? I'd love to hear your feedback. And then you engage with them. You're going to get a little information about, I was just curious. I just lived down the street. I was just curious of what their house was going for. Okay, great. Would you like a home review? I would be more than happy to come and give one for you so that you can see how your house is positioned against this house or with this house. I wouldn't say against, that's negative. But you see where I'm going. So when you send out a newsletter, make sure that your links are there on the important things so that you can monitor and review who's clicking on these links and why are they clicking on them. So again, you want to be very specific in what your goal is, So if they're clicking on a listing, what are you going to say to them? How are you going to engage? Do they want to look at other homes in that area just to kind of compare? Well, if you're looking at homes, are you thinking about moving? Are you going to stay in the area? Are you moving outside of the area? If they say I'm moving outside the area, say, great. I would love to introduce you to a great agent that I know in this particular market. Got a referral fee. Now you got a listing and a referral fee. Okay. So if you're doing all of this, then your pipeline should be growing. So I want you to be very intentional in what you're doing here because it does work. You just have to figure out from that main newsletter or whatever it is that you sent out, who's clicking on these links and what do these links tell you and where do you feel that you can help them? But do not send them a text and go, hey, I saw you were looking at those market stats. Are you getting ready to sell? Hey, I saw that you were, looking at this new listing. Are you wanting to buy? Don't do that. Do not do that. If they want to buy or sell, they know you are a realtor. But what you have to do is make sure you stay in front of them so they do not forget you. Okay? It's just like anything else we do in life. If it's right in front of you, you make a decision on that person right then. Your best friend could be an agent, and an agent could walk into your life that you've never met and offer to list your home, and because of what he said, and you're in that moment, you're going with him, not thinking about your friend that sells real estate. So everybody moves in the moment. So what we want to do is strategically position ourselves in front of our leads, our past clients, our sphere, whatever, on how you're going to stay in front of them. But stay in front of them with a purpose and don't waste their time so that you are gathering that information about that client. And then when it's time to sell or buy, you have gathered all that information and you are ready to go. So I would love to hear what you think about this information. And if you are interested in looking at the back end of your business, I would love to give you a system snapshot. It's a $97 review of a system that you tell me about that we can look at, and we'll come in and look at that system. will identify any issues with it and how to fix it. And you get this all in a video. So you don't have to think about it. You don't have to do anything but watch the video and know that you have a system now that's going to work for you. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you know someone, and I bet you do, who would appreciate this podcast, please share it with them. As a reminder, this podcast can be delivered directly to your favorite device by using the subscribe links you can find in the show notes below or over at unstoppablerealestateagents.com. Remember, it takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. Have a great day.